Oh, that's a notification on my phone. I went to look for my phone. Where's my phone?
I don't know where my phone. Where did my phone go? Ah! I touched it.
I think that's a notification saying that you're live.
That screen I said I wasn't supposed to touch,
Mm-hmm.
I touched it.
You had one job.
I had one task.
Sorry, did that blow out your ears? Sorry if my notification was really loud.
I had one job. Hey, Suki! What you know? Suki Cat is in the house.
Is
Oh,
Suki
my
watching right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I can't see her. Hi.
Yeah. Oh. If it's not one catastrophe, it's another. I'm plugging the laptop. Suki, we got the captain with us tonight.
That's me waving. Hi.
I'm having some technical issues. Half of them are technical, the other half are incompetence. I'll let you decide which half is which. I just lost my mouse. Where is it?
I'm right here.
I found you. You just came back from a school carnival at your elementary school. That's fun. Did you win any prizes? Okay, well, it magically came back, so. I did something right. You had elote, Mexican street corn, which is tasty, and you didn't play any games. Many games.
Is that how that's pronounced?
Yep. I have no idea how that's pronounced, but that's how I pronounced it. Aw.
It's 2017. We don't want to offend anybody.
This is true. Come at me, millennials. I survived dial-up. I can survive you.
My drawing's looking strangely like Taylor Swift.
Which one's that?
The person or the drawing?
The person.
Sings sometimes.
That's good enough. Well, after what? An hour of jerry-rigging?
Gerrymandering.
Gerrymandering. We finally got
Beth got it.
something going.
I didn't do anything. I'm a bad friend.
Eating a Monster bar. Move that out of the way. So what you been, aside from your carnival, what you been up to, Suki? Why do they have the carnival? Was it like a fundraiser? And poor Anthony. He don't know what I'm doing. He thinks I'm just talking to myself.
Well, I could put a link. If you want to watch the live stream on YouTube where you can watch both of us drawing at the same time, Anthony, I can put that link in the chat if you're interested. If not, I'll just leave it be.
Yeah. There we go. Well, Inktober's over. I survived. I'm very happy I survived. It was touch and go there for a little bit. But we did it.
Anthony wants a link. I will provide said link. Do you have it on your page?
No.
Nope. It's just
Just go to youtube.com. Hit enter.
alien abductions.
Don't judge me.
I'm judging you so hard.
The up arrow. Shut up.
Nah.
Illuminati confirmed. Get started. And you scroll down.
This is a Mac. And
Keep going.
right here?
Nope.
No.
It says share. Didn't play any games. Carnivals are for fun, and you've been okay. How was the Kinder Joy? The chocolate was delicious. The Kinder Joy itself was disappointing. Because I paid, what is it, $3.99, $4.99 for a chocolate. It was about that big.
Hey, Amber.
Normal ones are usually, a proper Kinder Surprise are usually about like that big.
I provided a link in the chat for people who want to watch both of us drawing at the same time. Otherwise, this is just me.
You'll hear me. I'm fabulous. But a proper Kinder Surprise egg is yay big, whereas the Kinder Joy is yay big. I would be more than happy to show you, like, what they look like live, but unfortunately I don't have any illegal Kinder Surprise eggs.
Sadly.
Sadly. But the chocolate was very good. Like, the white chocolate cream filling was good. It's just, I feel like I spent way too much for such a small amount of chocolate. What toy did I get? I showed in the video, and they were on my desk.
Oh, I got it. Here, here's one. The cool one.
So this was what came in the boy egg.
The boy toy egg.
I'm not sure where the other one went. It might have fell.
It GTFO'd. And the other one was like this really crappy, cheap, pink Barbie logo, letter B ring that maybe fit on my pinky. Now I do realize it was made for small children, so of course I'm not expecting it to fit on my finger. But it was, like, the ring was, the B was so large that it was inconvenient to actually wear. Especially if you have little hands. I know, right? He's a dino. Little Godzilla. He's been terrorizing my art desk. Since most of the stuff's been made in Japan. I mean, he doesn't do much. His little legs move. Which is more than I can say for that tacky Barbie ring. But anyway, we got the captain here with us tonight. Yeah, the dino's definitely the better of the toys.
Hey, Amber, if you're still watching, you just reminded me, you're interested in modeling some of my armor stuff, and if you want to, there's an opportunity that you could. In January, we're going to have another set of people for the Women of Valor photo shoots. And all you need to do is contact Janine and set up when you can come in and model.
So, What shall we do tonight?
I think you should pull up that that website that tells you what to draw.
Oh, the Arty Party?
Yeah.
I say we could do Arty Party or we could do viewer request.
Oh,
You can draw what your folks request, I'll draw what mine.
do you guys want us to do the Arty Party, which is a website that tells you what to draw? Or would you like to request something and we'll draw it? Or you guys can request something from me and then people who are viewing on YouTube can request something from Beth.
Anthony is on both now. Ironically, today is Godzilla's 63rd birthday. I didn't know that.
Happy birthday, Godzilla!
Godzilla!
Let me sing you the song of my people.
Beyonce?
Yeah, that was my drawing. He kept saying, oh, he's saying it again. Oh, you want me to draw Beyonce? I had to have a reference photo for that. And
So yeah, y'all up for random McShenanigans or viewer request? Because I don't think we've got too many folks that it's going to be overwhelming. Heck yeah. Turn around, bright eyes. This is how you get demonetized. I feel better now. That was bothering me.
it's kind of better having somebody here when you're doing the live stream. Otherwise, for me, it's like I'm talking to a wall in an empty room. And it's a little weird.
Oh, honey, that's every day.
What?
That's
I have friends. His name is Kipling.
his name's Kipling. Our friends. I am notorious for just kind of like talking at myself. Draw your character, but more detailed. All right, Suki's requesting his character drawn.
Okay. I'll just sit here. Well, I got Beyonce as a request. I got
Was that a legit Stranger Things character in anime form? That's what Anthony said.
Okay. Well, my favorite Stranger Things character is 11.
I was about to say, if it's not Barb, you're wrong.
I can't stand Nancy. I think she should die in a fire. I don't like Nancy at all.
Nancy was kind of obnoxious. Oh,
She's
no,
still
what
obnoxious.
am I doing?
She's like Bella Swan.
I can't decide between which guy I like. Should I love this guy or this guy?
The chick from Phantom of the Opera was the same way. She drove me nuts.
Look, kitty.
I love the little kitty.
Nice drawing, Suki.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up a reference picture of 11. I love 11 and Mike so much.
Okay, spoilers alert for those who haven't watched season 2. 11 comes back.
Well, that was in the trailers. They spoiled it in the trailers.
I'm just giving you shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
His name is Suki Cat. Is that what you got your moniker from, or did you name him after you?
Shuki kitty.
It's like, where's my pencil pouch? Better question, where's the pencil sharpener?
Found it.
These are super cool. They're watercolor pens. Watercolor brush pens. The only downside is you need watercolor paper. I was excited about that.
Them. For my birthday.
Yeah, everybody keeps drawing the cast of Stranger Things as like Star Wars stuff, but earlier at work today I kept thinking of more like Neverending Story. Like they can redo that and use the cast of Stranger Things.
I don't know. I guess I see them as Stephen King, and it could just be because I've been audiobooking quite a bit of Stephen King. You named him? Well, I figured you named him, but I didn't know if he was named, if he got your nickname, or if you were using his nickname. That made sense in my head.
Janine is the photographer and the mastermind behind the Women of Valor photo shoot, the project. She actually met me at Maker Faire when I was presenting this year, and I guess I didn't get to talk to her, but she took one of my cards, and she contacted me later about this project. And it's like a women empowerment type thing, and she gives me the photos before she puts, sorry, I'm like all over the place. I'm not a Christian, but she is, and I don't mind that. But she puts Christian scriptures and stuff on the models after she's done taking the photos of them. But she gives me the ones without the scriptures so I can do whatever I want with them. And that's how I met Janine. And she's also been so much of a fan of my armor artwork stuff that she's actually purchased some of it. So that's cool too. It gets really quiet. Right brain activity.
And thinking happens.
But yeah, the next session that she's doing is in January, because in February she is going to be joining in a contest with some of these photos she's taken. And so far it's the models have been her friends, and it'd be nice to get like a different variety of people modeling. I'd really like to get some older women, wrinkles, gray hair, all that, in some of the armor. I mean, you've seen me post about that. She's wanting some more women of color. There was one model that came in and took some really pretty photos, and I love her arms. She's got like these awesome like biceps, like rah. So yeah, if you're willing to put the time into it and come and model, we'd love to have you.
Turn around, bright eyes.
What in the heck? It's a it's a Japanese thing. A letter.
It's a Japanese thing.
Yes.
Japan only has one thing.
They have a letter that has a smiley face. That's
Oh.
what it's called.
Mom does
Hi,
that.
Chew. Look. He's a famous photographer.
Hello, famous photographer.
We are both drawing requests that we got from people. I can relink the live stream. On YouTube it's showing both of us right now. On Facebook it's just me. And I'm drawing 11 from Stranger Things, and she is drawing a request of a character.
I have Suki's persona, his
What am I doing? I messed it up again. Oh, sorry. I don't know.
Dude!
I don't know how to use Max very well.
No.
Yeah.
Just I was about to say, just tap on the screen.
This here.
No, literally just like the image itself. No. There.
This one?
Yes.
Yay.
where's Stranger Things?
It's not going to show it because I guess that's full screen mode. Facebook Live doesn't understand for full screen mode, it fills the screen. Here, why don't you can use my phone.
Okay. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
And make sure I don't have anything embarrassing up.
Send nudes. Like noodles.
NOODS. Nudes.
Okay.
My zombie frappuccino video was golden and deserves an Oscar. Thank you. Thank you. I spent my whole life practicing for that one role. I recorded like 3 or 4 different versions of that. And I'm pretty sure I scared the people at Starbucks. Cause my car, I would look like I was having like a little mini seizure, and I could see like the baristas kind of like glance around the counter to make sure that the crazy chick was. Psst, the crazy chick is her.
I forgot that you're like within arm reach distance. You can smack me if you wanted. I
was gonna make a joke about like the voices in my head are now not in. Voices in my head are coming from right beside me now. Yeah, it's on my Instagram, and I think I posted it on Facebook. That was the one where I tried the zombie frappuccino from Starbucks. And then well, I'm not going to spoil it for you, because it truly is film gold.
I don't know if you knew, the guy who plays Jonathan in Stranger Things.
Stronger thongs.
He was caught with cocaine, and they don't know, I don't know what's going on with that, but he might not be in season 3, because he's not from here, he's from England. And
he might lose his visa.
Yeah, they kicked him out of the U.S., I think. That's what I read.
Whoops. I mean, that would kind of make sense for that show, because it's pretty trippy. I haven't seen season 2. Just saying. I don't have Netflix at the moment.
What? It's like $1. $1!
Netflix is not $1, y'all. Is 10?
No, it's like $7.99.
Oh, okay. I thought they'd upgraded. I thought they'd increased it to like 10.
If they did, I have no idea. You viewers at home can tell us.
Viewers at home, chime in. Is it 7? Is it 10? Is it 11? Is it 11?
Get your hands off my paper.
I love a frappuccino. Liz, out of curious, favorite Pokemon? Favorite Pokemon is, without a doubt, Growlithe.
I need to like blow my nose. I keep feeling, over here.
Pain is a heck of a drug, Rick James. Yo, need a login? Oh, no, I'm good, Anthony. I'm good. I'm waiting for, I was gonna wait for Fargo season 3.
Sorry.
You're good. I was gonna wait for Fargo season 3 to pop up on Netflix. Oh, damn it, no, and then I'm gonna renew my subscription. I tend to hop around from the different subscription services. I'll go from like Netflix to Hulu, from Hulu to from Hulu to YouTube Red, from YouTube Red to I just tend to hop around. Right now I've got a subscription for Amazon's BritBox, and then once that's done, I'll probably go back to Netflix. Just because it seems like if I have a subscription and I just do the continuous pay, I don't actually watch it. But if I hop around, I'm more likely to watch what I'm paying for that month.
Mm-hmm. I just looked into my my camera, and there's more people watching than what's actually showing in front of me.
Yes, because that's it, you've got a delay.
Why does it gotta be like that?
I don't know.
Fix
I mean,
it.
like, Anthony said that a long time ago. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he? I don't know.
Because
Memes.
there's somebody, if I look up here, there's somebody named Willie watching. Hi, Willie. I don't think I've ever met you before, but I think you're on my friends list.
BritBox. Sort of like Acorn, you basically... so, Amazon Prime now has channels that you can subscribe to, and BritBox is sort of like Acorn or British TV shows and movies. I'm on a Poirot kick right now because Murder on the Orient Express, y'all.
Oh gosh, it's coming out in December. I want to see it so
No, it's
bad.
coming out in November.
November.
Next week.
Oh man. What? Oh,
Honey, that's what we're doing for my birthday.
Okay, I didn't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought somebody was passing out invites on that one.
Oh.
Because I wasn't included in any of that. But hey, yeah, we're going to go see Murder on the Orient Express for my birthday.
I haven't done anything with the game night people in so long. They stopped sending me invites for stuff. So that's why I don't think I've heard it.
Okay, well, you've heard it from me.
Okay.
And even if, like, not many people show up, well, I'm going to be there. I'm going to go watch it.
I want to see it's got all these actors that I like in it.
The Fargo movie? No, Suki, it's okay if you haven't seen the Fargo movie yet. I hadn't seen Fargo until just last year, and it was a crime against humanity. I don't know how I survived this long as a human being without having seen Fargo, because it truly is like my kind of film. Fargo is easily became one of my favorite movies. Like, Hot Fuzz is my favorite. Fargo's pretty gosh darn close though. Fargo gets up there, yeah, no. It's got a pretty good one. Oh yeah, Fargo's amazing.
I have not seen Fargo, but I recently read an article about the different personalities of people in the U.S., and they said that Fargo represents what is called Midwestern nice.
It really is, yeah, no, the Midwestern nice. We are a special kind of nice. We're
I
a
wish I could
special
find
breed.
that article again and send it to you, because I laughed.
So, yeah, no, Johanna, yeah, she's from the north.
Uh-huh.
She's from Wisconsin. And they're kind of nice as, well, if we're not nice to each other, we'll freeze to death. So, when she came down to Missouri, and she got to see how she calls us the South.
Oh.
Apparently, Missouri's the... Oh, I can't hold that accent very long. Apparently, Missouri's the... Oh, nope, I lost it. I had it. It was a good run. But apparently, Missouri is the South. And we are very polite. Like, to the point of being painful. And apparently, it's... God, Fargo, where are you? Wherever Fargo is, it just escaped. Minnesota? Yeah, Minnesota. So the Minnesotans are just real polite, yeah, I know. Thank you. Hey, Thomas, how you doing, dear? I got my accent back. Gonna hold on to that, yeah, no. You want some waffles? We go to Waffle's house.
Nobody should go to Waffle House. It's awful.
One of the actors mistakenly referred to it as Waffle House. English was his second language. And he was like, well, isn't it Waffle House? Isn't that the correct way? They had to refilm a whole scene because he called it Waffle House, not Waffles House.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, like, in Minnesota, it's Waffles House. They had to refilm this entire scene because he used correct English.
Speaking about restaurants, fun fact, we both used to live up near Chicago.
Chicago.
And they would have commercials for Sonic up there.
It was the worst.
You guys, there's no Sonics up there. They have commercials for Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
And all these people are like, what is this place? It looks amazing and delicious, but it's nowhere to be found. So some of our classmates came down to, Missouri to visit Beth.
Yeah, they were.
And
I think
I
they
think
were
the-
my roommates.
Yeah, okay, her roommates, but we went to school with them too. And like, I think there was one maybe in St. Louis or somewhere.
No, we stopped at the one down the road.
Oh, they're okay. They
'Cause
ate one here at a Sonic, and they like ordered.
They
almost
ordered
wanted
everything off the menu.
menu.
Brittany and I are sitting there like, you guys, it's not that good. And they got everything. And I was like, I
The
hope.
lady who came out the boxes, you could not see her face. She was just like.
You guys must be really hungry today. No, we've just got people who've been really, really wanting to try out some Sonic. Hey Thomas, congrats on finishing Inktober. Rock on. I kind of want to design a shirt that says I survived Inktober.
Yeah, you should.
And then I want to design one that says I survived NaNoWriMo.
Oh, that's the writing one, right?
That's the one that's going on right now for our writers in November. Can I do a Chicago accent? This is the Chicago accent.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
I
Chicago
remember-
doesn't really have an accent.
I remember getting a little bit of an accent up there, and then it went away when I came back home.
And maybe I just didn't notice. I mean, I picked up a slight Wisconsin accent from my roommate, Johanna. We'd go visit her family in Wisconsin, and we'd come back with a Minnesotan / Wisconsin accent. What is it, doggo? What is it, doggo? Papa dog. Oh, you're gonna try and jump over the back of this chair. I know you could do it. Come on, jump over the chair. No, she just doesn't have the courage for it. Chicago doesn't. I haven't seen the retooling on your comic page. Oh, Papa, why? So Thomas was doing a bunch of pop culture characters in Mike Mignola style, and he's done an amazing job on capturing.
Gretel, what do you want, Gretel?
He didn't capture my dog, but I mean, like, capturing a lot of the essence of both the pop culture individual and Mignola style. And I'm really excited and stoked about the ones that you've done. Some of these are just so, like, I wouldn't have known. I really like the Jack Skellington. He did Jack Skellington.
Nice. And he's singing. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what he does.
It's a musical.
When is your birthday, Amber?
Happy birthday, Amber.
She said it's coming up.
Happy
I don't know when.
birthday.
It's not yet.
Girl, there's one in Southside. I do believe it's more of a southern thing, Sonic. So maybe more southern parts of. Oh yeah, Thomas, that font's a lot easier to read. The middle panel, the font gets a little tight. But in all honesty with that, I think if you got rid of the border, I think that if you got rid of the border and you were able to give the text box a little bit more room, that'd give it enough breathing room so that you wouldn't have to have the type so close. Kids, don't do drugs. Collect Pokemon cards instead. I agree. There are Sonics in Chicago now. I think there was one that was just in Illinois, but it was just so inconvenient to get to.
Yeah, it was like Southern Illinois or, like really close to St. Louis. Like, it's like a 6-hour drive for them if they wanted to get some Sonic.
There's a Tim Hortons in Missouri.
I don't know what that is. What
You
is
don't know
that?
Timmy Hortons?
I don't know what that is.
You are not Canadian.
I am
You're
not.
just about everything.
This,
Yeah.
this is a fact. I am not Canadian.
Newsflash, she's not Canadian, guys. Tim Hortons is like the Canadian fast food restaurant. I guess I don't want to call it our McDonald's because it's better.
Yeah, they use real food.
They use real food
Or
because
ingredients, I mean.
it's Canadian. There's one near St. Louis. It's a 3-hour drive. It's a 3-hour drive. I'm like,
Let's do it.
I know. When I found out that it was near St. Louis, I thought really hard. I was like, what day is it? What time is it? Do I really need to go to work tomorrow? Do I really need to go to work tomorrow? But yeah, Tim Hortons is a possibility in my lifetime. Kinder Surprise eggs might be out of my reach.
Jessica, Dustin.
I have, and he's
Has he been? Our friend Dustin is up in Canada right now, and I don't know. Maybe he's seen this mysterious Tim Hortons.
yeah. Oh God, no. He's eating at Tim Hortons just about like every other day. That's just, not really. He's eaten at Tim Hortons a couple times though.
He hasn't taken a picture of it on his Instagram.
Picture, it didn't happen. Well, he's trying to show off that he's being healthy and going on adventures. I can say this stuff because I seriously doubt he would be watching. I was teasing him about something, and he was like, he told me where I could shove it. And I said, it just doesn't carry the same sting and bite when it's in a text message. So he recorded a video of him telling me where I could shove it and very kindly sent it to me, and I felt much better. I felt properly offended and hurt. One of our buddies, he had a century egg. Did you see Sean?
Yeah, I told him to try balut for my mom's country.
Oh, balut.
And if you don't know what balut is, it's okay. My mom is from a third world country. They don't really have refrigerators. I mean, probably in the richer parts. And I don't know if they do, now, but back when my mom was over there, they would let the duck eggs, halfway develop so that there's an embryo inside the duck egg, and then they just down those babies. But our friend Sean is over in Singapore right now, and he tried a century egg, which looks disgusting, but he says it tastes just like an egg.
What is it? It's an egg that's been
just sitting around for a while.
I think traditionally it's buried.
Yeah.
Traditionally it's buried for a year, 3 years. I mean, it's not a healthy looking egg.
I think the Food Channel's probably got some kind of documentary on it if you want to look into that.
For my YouTube buddies, if you go to My Virgin Kitchen and type in My Virgin Kitchen and century egg, you will see the very nice young man eat one, and he sums it up pretty well. Okay, let's see here. Thomas, don't worry about the art. The art's looking fine. The joy of comics, especially if you're going to do it as a webcomic, you can always go back as you grow as an artist. You can always go back and rework the art. I see a lot of webcomic artists do that. Oh, and Bumble just destroyed the world. This is why she's not allowed in here. We'll go back and rework the pages later on to, just to accommodate their style. So as you learn things, you can always, you can go back and rework the art. So don't stress over it. Don't let that stop you.
Hi, Tonya. I didn't know you were watching until I looked up. I am using my cell phone as one of the cameras, and if you want to see both of us drawing at the same time, I'll put a link in the comments for people.
Hey Thomas, why don't you go ahead and post your DeviantArt though? You don't have you don't do Facebook, but I know you've got a DeviantArt. Post a link to that.
Oh, are you serious? This thing's not popping up. I'm trying to link this. I'm trying to be all professional and link this, and we're having technical difficulties. Houston, we have a problem. I'm trying to link them the YouTube if they want to go to the YouTubes. Oh, excuse me.
Dang. Dang, y'all. First burp on my stream.
It's not the first time I've passed gas in front of you.
Probably not going to be the last time either. What is it? Why isn't it? Oh.
Holy okay, go ahead and link that.
just all of that?
Yes, just.
There you go. There you go, guys. That is what the captain has gifted you. Facebook is like, nope, you only get one. Oh, man. Oy vey.
Next time on Game Grumps.
Yeah, next. White Castle's pretty good if you're drunk. I've had White Castle a couple times.
Blah.
Yeah, it's grease. It's a greasy bag. My grandmother loved White Castle. That was her favorite burger. I think the French fries are okay, but you have to be extra special to mess up French fries. Yeah, she was a big fan of their burgers, and they basically just kind of like put the onion in the patty. I don't know. You can probably find them in the frozen food section of your grocery store, and trust me, it tastes exactly the same as what you get in the store.
Yeah, I ate it back up in Schaumburg, but I don't remember it being.
Yeah,
good.
I think we got it once, and it was because my roommates were drunk, and I was sober. I was the DD.
Sure.
I didn't drink much back then.
You drank the vodka that you
I
brought.
did.
The vodka that you brought from the Czech
Back
Republic.
from Czech Republic. No, no, I did not drink. I did not bring that from Prague. No, I bought that at a dollar store just down the street from Townhouse.
The dollar store.
From dealer,
Lies.
from dealer store. No, I bought it from the cheap liquor store just down the street from Townhouse. Yeah, and the Bakrovka, yeah. And you thought, oh, it's mouthwash. I swish with. I said no. No. Yes. What I said, Brittany. I said, dude, no, bro. You do not swish. This is not Mythbusters. You drink it. You don't let it sit. You just get it out of the way. What she do? She sit there and she swish it like a Listerine. She literally turned green in front of my eyes. I was like, bro, you okay? She's like, this not good. I said, yeah, no shit. Oh, I need a Tums.
Oh. Yeah, the first time I ever had alcohol, it was this vodka that she
No,
brought.
that was not the first time you had alcohol. The first time you had alcohol was that stupid rum cake Mom sent.
The rum cake that fermented in the mail.
Mom made me a rum cake, but she forgot to put the rum in the batter. So she baked this cake. She baked a rum cake without rum in it. And when you bake alcohol, it gets rid of the alcohol but leaves the flavor. So she baked this rum cake, but she forgot to add rum. Her, being the sweetheart that she is, just basically took the entire bottle of rum and upended it all over the sponge cake. She put it in an airtight container and shipped it to Chicago. It fermented. It got 10 times stronger and I got punched in. I opened up the container and got sucker punched in the face. And whenever we ate it, we got drunk. Like, oh man. That was a cake, alright. I'm getting a time.
I don't like rum and cakes. It tastes funny.
That one did. Not usually that strong.
Hi, Michael. Sorry if me blowing my nose is really loud. I took Allegra earlier today, but I don't know if it helped. For the people just tuning in, Beth and I are drawing side by side. I can try to link the YouTube again, or you can just scroll through the comments so I don't try to have to figure out a Mac again. And you can watch us both drawing at the same time. Or you can just stay tuned into the Facebook Live one, which is just me. Because we all know you love me more than her.
Yeah, they're tuning in for you. My friends are tuning in for me.
I don't know your friends, that's why.
You chatted
Okay, I know
with them.
Suki.
You know them. Okay.
Help, I don't know how to use your phone, it turned off. Oops, I took a picture of the Oreos.
What are you trying to do, dear?
Mystery Oreos
There you go.
and jelly. These both sound weird and disgusting.
You're supposed to guess what the mystery Oreo is. Okay, let me catch up with YouTube chat here. There are no White Castles in California. As I said, you might be able to find the burgers in the frozen food section. I assure you they taste just as fresh and delicious as if you got them freshly made from the restaurant. In other words, not at all. Hey Mary, what you know?
Are you trying to do a let's try while we're drawing?
I don't know. They were sitting next to my Toms and I didn't know if you wanted to try something fun. Speaking of webcomics, has anyone heard of Slightly Damned, which started with rough art but got better? I've not heard of Roughly Damned. I've seen a lot of webcomics start off with rough art, and then as the artist gets more experienced, the art improves. Like Three Panel Soul was one of those. Mac Hall. The other one that I read, Girls with Slingshots. The other one that I read, Nimona.
Was that the one I told you about? There was one that was on NPR.
Nimona, yeah.
Yeah.
I bought that. I bought a physical copy. It was really good.
Yeah, I thought you'd liked it.
I did. I really did. It was sweet. And then from there, I bought a copy of Lumberjanes because she did some artwork for them. I haven't read it yet, but it's supposed to be like some young ladies at summer camp and the adventures they get into. Wayne's World made Suki want to try White Castle. Anthony and Thomas are bros. Girls, gotta go for a moment. Please message the results ASAP. How many Pokemon cards do I have? Too many to count. Brittany looked over at where my Pokemon card book. You know where it is too. That's crazy. You like glanced over at where I keep it stored. One of these days I'll bust it out because I've got a pretty. I was a pretty hardcore Pokemon collector.
She keeps calling me by my first name.
I'm so
I'm gonna have
sorry.
to kill her now.
I'm so sorry.
These people don't know me by that name yet.
Sorry, bro. May posted a picture. I will have to find it. Thomas, it's a meme. Wait, what? Ever heard of a bizarre game called Pumpkin World? Goal of the game, feed this hungry pumpkin random food. Never heard of it. May, I haven't seen your image, your picture. I see a link for it though, so I'll check that out. It's a meme because how weird it is. Penny Arcade is one. May looks great. Suki is hungry. Do I need a billion promo movie Pokemon cards from the G-Man? I think I have 2, but if you have a billion to share.
Have a good night, Amber. Don't forget to call, or not call Janine, but message Janine about that thing, and if not, message me, and I'll try to give you a link to talk to her about the armor. I haven't drawn anything realistic in a really long time. I'm out of practice, which is bad.
I haven't drawn anything relatively humanistic in a while.
Yeah, all your Inktober stuff was animals.
Fuzzy beans.
So, all you people out there who have watched Stranger Things, who are your favorite characters?
Stronger thongs.
Or in Beth's case, Stronger Thongs.
Stronger thongs. And if Barb isn't the answer, you're wrong. In my head canon, Barb comes back as a ghost and helps them on hijinks and shenanigans. If anyone watches Drawfee, which you should because they're hilarious, they were trying to draw Stranger Things as an 80s cartoon. And they were like, Barb would be that ghost character who says zany things as the kids solve murder mysteries. And I thought that was brilliant.
I was telling them I took an Allegra earlier, but that's still kind of.
You saw the Lego movie?
I took an Allegra.
Oh, Allegra. I'm sorry.
Allegra.
I took some. I'm gonna have to take another one before I go to bed. Tylenol. I thought Allegra was supposed to be non-drowsy.
It's non-drowsy, but sometimes you're not supposed to take more than one. But sometimes I'll take two.
Oh yeah, sometimes that stuff just don't work.
Sometimes it's just not good.
Not good enough.
We gonna do some coloring, kid.
Greggy's trying to pawn off his ancient Pokemon cards. Back to webcomics, if One Punch Man started off with rough art but later became a hit. Yeah, it did. He started off as a joke.
Last time I collected cards was the Final Fantasy VIII cards.
Was that a physical card game?
Yeah, but I think you played it differently than Triple Triad.
That's unfortunate because I know a lot of people played Final Fantasy VIII just for the card game. I never got a hang of it, but that was just because I was dumb.
It's like Sudoku. I don't know.
I'm sure if I sat down as someone who's got more patience than when I did when I was little, I would probably really enjoy it. These Sharpie markers are a major thank you to my friend Casey. She sent them to me for my birthday. All the crazy colors. And I must say, I'm very surprised at how well, like, Sharpies do some pretty nice drawer rings.
Yeah, those do the fine points, but you gotta let it dry completely before you put your hand or erase anything. Otherwise, you can
It'll smudge.
That's why I like using these. These are kind of expensive though.
Which ones are they?
The Faber-Castell.
Oh,
artist
yeah.
pens.
Mm-hmm.
These are my faves.
They're good stuff. Yeah, I think, what is it, like one of those costs...
Like 4 of these cost $12 or something around that, and I'm like, I don't know. Some of them are really expensive, and I don't know.
I'm poor.
That's what... I don't buy supplies unless I have at least 40% off Michael's gift card, and, or not gift card, coupon. And even then, like, I might wait until they also have the 20% off your entire purchase.
I think this is looking more like Sigourney Weaver and Ghostbusters than it is 11. Or Alien. It's like Sigourney Weaver and Alien.
Hey, Sigourney Weaver in Alien was rockin'. She was super cool. I want to grow up to be like Sigourney Weaver from Alien. Except maybe not harassed by so many aliens.
They had like a movie recently that came out, an Alien movie, but I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
some kind of subtitle that makes it sound like
like it's
epic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And something.
It was sort of the sequel to Prometheus. I know what you're talking about, and I saw it. I did. It had potential. That's all I can say.
Are you talking about Prometheus?
No, Prometheus had potential, but the sequel to it, the Alien movie that was in theaters not that long ago,
Oh, okay.
it had potential and it failed. You two buddies, don't fail me. What was the name of the movie? Grundy's hawking Pokemon cards over here.
Somebody Google it. It's driving me nuts.
Collect Pokemon cards for the art. I collect, yeah. Of all the Inktober drawings you did, which one is... Thomas, out of all the Inktober drawings you did, my favorite was Darkwing Duck. Because you drew it for me. His jacket is green and his shirt is red. Okay, I can do that. Covenant, that's it.
Covenant. Yeah, see, something sub...
No, it was not Lego Batman. Grundy. No, Grundy. No.
Yeah, it was Alien Covenant. And it had a lot of potential. And like the first umpteen minutes, when it focused on being more of like a settling new colonies kind of movie, like I had suspense. I was worried for the people. I cared. And then they forced the xenomorphs into a lot of stuff and I stopped caring. People were dying and I'd never even learned their names. They'd be like, what happened to Patricia? And I was like, wait, who's Patricia? Where did Patricia come from?
Stay frosty. Stay frosty. Ah!
What's that from?
That's from, I think, the second Alien movie. Aliens.
Oh, yeah. Is this even on screen? I can't tell because Brittany's hand or Bro's hands on the right. Dag nabbit. See, like when you're not right in front of me, I do better.
For those of you just tuning in, yes, that's my first name. But I prefer to go by my middle name online to avoid creepers.
Creepers.
And it sounds more artsy.
In the night. Da, 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 da. Usually I do so
Which
much.
is silly
I do
because
so much better.
my little company Valkyrie Britannia is actually based off of Britannia, the personification for the country of Britain, but also like my name. So I'm telling people my name without them knowing.
Can I just go with Britannia? Can I get away with Britannia?
Yes, Captain.
I'll go with Captain. I think I will be safe with that. Captain. I was doing so well for so long. Dad nabbit.
It's because I'm here.
It is.
You're
It
having
is
fun.
because you're
And
right
you're
here.
forgetting.
And I'm just chatting away. Doing as one do. It's where everybody knows your name. You know, The Mask, but the comic and the movie was loosely based on, I feel like, an anthology called Who Has the Mask? An anthology comic called Who Has the Mask? That'd be interesting. Didn't The Mask have like 10 sequels and a TV series?
Like Jim Carrey the Mask?
Yeah. I don't think he was the one in all of the sequels. Or the TV series. But yeah, his mask. You're watching Thriller in the night. I don't know the lyrics.
I was listening to that before Halloween. A remix, actually.
Oh?
Yes. They have a lot of those kind of, you just type in cover or remix.
Some of my favorite artists are cover artists.
So did you guys do anything fun for Halloween?
Oh, I bogged up his eye. That's a funky eye.
A little. But fix it. You're an artist. Deal with it. What does Tim Gunn say? Let's see. Shoot. Make it work.
Make it work.
Make it work. The ink of this is turning out a little bit better than the drawing. Kind of show you guys up close really quick. This is a request by Anthony.
I'm gonna have to go take Tylenol before too long. The cartoon. May went to the mall. Did you get a Frappuccino? Starbucks holiday cups are out, and so are their holiday drinks.
I think it was last year. Beth bought me a Christmas present. I think it was Christmas.
No, that was your birthday.
Birthday.
It might have been a Christmas, but you got it for your birthday.
Okay. And it had this like cute little Marie Antoinette doll in it, because if you guys know me, I like that kind of thing. And it was in a Starbucks like box, and I was like, Starbucks is selling Marie Antoinette dolls?
I suddenly have a new interest now.
She's like, no, honey. I just put it in there because it fit.
Yeah, it was the only box I had in the house that it fit in. Nice try, dear.
It's like that one year when we were up in Schaumburg, and I had gotten her a statue of a bear with a tutu, and I had stuck it in a Swiffer box. And
I was so confused.
she opened the box and she was like, "Oh, thank you." You know, kind of lays it like it's some treasure on the ground. I'm like, girl, open the box.
Wasn't so sure about what was going on, but didn't want to be rude. Thank you for the present. I mean, I know my apartment's messy, but thank you.
Well, she also knew at the time I was kind of like short on money, so she was trying not to be rude or anything.
I'm pretty sure I still have that.
Oh no, I'm dropping.
And that's why we can't have nice things. Thomas Halloween sucked. He tried ordering pizza, but spent 3 hours waiting until he gave up and got burgers instead. You waited for pizza for 3 hours?
Yeah, that's on you.
Well, I waited for a pizza for an hour once, and they were like, it's going to be another hour before it gets to you.
Wow.
So then we went and picked it up, and it was cold, and they didn't refund me.
Ooh.
I was so mad.
Where was that?
Domino's.
Ooh.
I can't go to Domino's anymore. I was so mad. I'm sorry your Halloween sucked. Was your burger delicious at least? Suki passed out candy while his parents watched Hocus Pocus. Yeah, my dad and I, we had to set up fort at the door. We had 383 trick-or-treaters. Thomas didn't get any trick-or-treaters, but he watched Paranorman. Both good choices. I didn't watch hardly any Halloween movies this year.
That's not like you.
I know. I watched Amazon Prime's Lore, which was fascinating. I watched a lot of things on alien abductions. Don't judge. But I didn't watch a lot of Halloween movies. I think it was just because if I watched it, I knew I was gonna watch it and not do my Inktober. It was Inktober or bust this year. Yeah, we had 383 trick-or-treaters. Last year we had 600 something. The most we've ever had was Dad said around a little over 700. One of the guys at work, he said he went to a friend's house and they had over 800 trick-or-treaters.
Wow.
They were over in Hyde Park. I guess that area turns it into a giant block party.
I was like, I thought people say don't be in Hyde Park at night.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they turn it into a giant
Trick or treat place.
yeah, block party thing.
That's cool.
800 trick-or-treaters. I can't imagine. Well, I guess I can because we had the 600 last year. And it was once again, it was my dad and I. We had to set up camp at the door. And we were literally just like, go, 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 go. And no, we didn't run out of candy. We actually had some left over. My mom and dad keep track of how many trick-or-treaters, and they try to accommodate, try to make sure that we have enough for at least what we had the year before. And they've been doing this so long that my dad's able to kind of predict, well, it's a school night and the weather's going to be this, so we'll probably have roughly this.
So does he just like lick his finger and stick it in the air and like,
Yeah, he's out there.
600 trick-or-treaters tonight.
Yep. He keeps track of who's doing trunk or treat, like what area, what schools and what churches are doing trunk or treat, and when they get out. So then he can be like, well, we probably won't get trick or treaters until after this time because the churches in so many miles are doing trunk or treat, and they get over at this.
All these famous people are watching my stream. Gordon Lamb just tuned in. He does a lot of film work, and I believe he's part of the Initiative photography duo that does a lot of the really cool cosplay photography.
Hey, Gordon. Sorry, that's not my community. I don't know. Sup, Gordon? Word. Love what you do. What do I think of the animated adaptation of Green Children of Woolpit? How will I make a movie or a short based on that story? Is that the one where they found green kids in the it was sort of like a wheat field and they tried to take them in? Because that would be, honestly, I think that could be a really interesting story. It is interesting. Maybe have them explain why they would be green. Honestly, I think not explaining why they're green is what makes the story so fascinating. So for those who aren't in the know, and if this is the same story, it's basically these two young children were found in I want to say like a wheat field. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
You're always wrong.
I'm constantly incorrect. It is a state of being. Sorry,
I just messed up your train of thought.
It's gone. It's gone. I was about to say, if being wrong is wrong, then I don't want to be right. But so they were found in this like wheat field, and this village brought them in and started to take care of them. But the children their skin was the color green, and they didn't speak English. They were rather, they were hungry, obviously. They were dirty, and like these poor kids, they were terrified. Like they didn't, they were just randomly found. So the village brought them in and took care of them. One of them died of a sickness. I don't remember what got them. I think it was the little boy.
Oregon Trail?
Yeah, it was the Oregon Trail. Dysentery. But the little girl, I think she lived a relatively normal life. I don't remember if her skin tone changed. I think I've heard both. Like she always stayed green, or her skin tone eventually changed to what was normal for that area, and lived a relatively happy, normal life.
Anthony, what do you think of your request so far? This has been kind of hard to draw because I haven't drawn like this in a long time.
Did he come back?
I don't know if you're still there or not, but
Because he was,
here's the thing I was drawing earlier, which is more stylized.
because he had the boogie oogie. But I think that'd be an interesting story. Like, just instead of ever really explaining why they were green, just kind of like sort of the mystery or ideas of who are these people? What are some potential ideas?
Should I color this? I'm done drawing pretty much.
Well, you
I don't have no colors.
I've got some colors you can use. I'm gonna say color it or take another suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Because I think you've got more folks in your thing now.
It only says a few people are watching, but it's also being slow to update. If there's anybody else still out there, if you want to make a request, I'll try to draw it. I can't read the font on your
Oh, I know, it's so tiny. Thomas is going to drop the main plot and theme of his vision. Hey guys, the captain's willing to take some drawn requests, so if you have one, by all means, this would be the time.
This is stuff that I've been I guess I'll go back to this until somebody tells me if they want something. Something. Excuse me. This Tivana is
Ow!
kind of bubbly.
No, it's not. You just gassy. You just gassy, darling.
Oh, you're gonna put it in my email. I don't have a way to access my email at the moment, but I will check it out when I'm done with the shenanigans. I trust you. I haven't checked my email in a while. Did you get the some of the notes I sent back to you? I went to the spirit store day after Halloween.
You know,
And-
I haven't been there yet. I don't know if they still have stuff.
They've got some stuff. I mean, you know, it would be a good time to stock up on some makeup. They had a lot of tights and legging stuff. Primarily, it would probably just be accessories now. But if they'd had the peacock bra, I was going to get you one.
I went to Twisted Halloween in Lenexa, and I didn't realize it was a one-day sale, so I rushed over there after work, like, I'm gonna do it. And the door was locked, and they're like, you could see them in there, like, cleaning stuff up, and I'm there yanking on this door, because the sign is on the inside of the door, but they wrote it with such a very thin Sharpie that, like, it took me a minute to figure out, oh, hey, there's a sign there.
Mm-hmm. And did it say, was it closed, or was it?
It was locked, and the sign was like, it was a one-day sale, and it was November 2nd. So, it was over.
Okay, I'm with you.
but they're still in there,
Mm-hmm.
doing stuff. So I thought, oh, it's open. There's people in there.
Yeah, you didn't know. I got one of those giant what do they call it, kigurumis? But it's just a basic black. And I got little black kitten paws. I'm a kitty, guys. I'm a kitty. Whoo! Sharpie. I need to get faster
Faster, what,
at
drawing?
Yep.
You draw more than me. You should be faster than me.
Okay, well, I sent you some, Thomas. Thomas, if that's the way you want if that's the route you want the story to go, then probably tossing in a couple hints like that works. It definitely just kind of depends on how you're wanting the story to go. If you're just wanting to lay down the facts of this is what happened in this situation in this story, then no, don't do anything to kind of lead people into what into that route. If you're just wanting it to be facts, just deliver the facts that are given. But if you're wanting to be like, hey, this is what, this is what you want, wanting it to be like the story about. That made a lot more sense in my head.
What?
He was saying, like, should he imply that that they were aliens? But if you're just wanting to give out the facts of this story, and that's one of the things that makes the story so intriguing, is there is no definite answer. There's no answer given. It's just that's what makes it a mystery.
Yeah, if you keep it open like that, people like that mystery. They can fill in their own thoughts on what they think.
And you get people doing, like, creating their own theories and conspiracies. And in all honesty, like, that's one of the things I like about some franchises is that they're open to conversation and discussion.
If you get really big, though, like J.K. Rowling, then if it's open like that, then you'll get fans that argue with you.
Yeah.
On what's right.
Then you'll get nitpicky people. But, there's like, Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's is a decent game, I guess. Like, it's a successful jump scare game. I'm not a fan of jump scare games. I'm not a fan of...
Yeah. Let's tell a story about jump scare games. Back in the day, we used to...
First time we attempted to do a live stream together.
Yeah, I don't know if it worked very well. We were trying to play Amnesia: The Dark Descent, but Beth didn't want to play it. She just wanted to watch me play it.
Yep.
And she turned out the lights and turned off closed the windows and everything.
Turned off the water.
I'm not a big fan of scary stuff either, but I like scary games, I guess. And I was trying to play it, but I was just so scared playing it.
we got what, like, well, we were also frustrated because we didn't know how to play the game. Like, the game just was really, I remember we got lost in a puzzle or something. Like, we were just lost.
I kept getting stuck because it's really dark game. Even when you turn up the light.
The volume.
So, and I got real frustrated. But, I'd like to try that again with maybe a reaction camera.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I've seen this game played by other people. I'm just going, why don't you play it? I'll let you play it, Cap. You go. This is all you. A+. I'll cheer you on. Okay.
And I'll play these games, Resident Evil 4. What's other scary games I've played? Doom.
We played,
back in the day, that was scary.
Yarg?
The Yog? That's not very scary. I mean, it's thrilling, but not scary. But I'll play these games and I'll scream and scare other people in the other room. And then I'll laugh. And then keep playing.
I don't like cheap jump scares. If you're gonna get me scared, you have to, I want a quality scare. Might slightly be getting high off of Sharpie fumes.
Yeah, I can smell it over here.
Oh, whoa, that was a mistake.
Don't do it. Oh, too late.
Man, that delay between sitting right next to each other. Speaking of scary games, ever play or watch Bendy and the Ink Machine? I have watched a couple people play the game. And I think artistically, like visually, that game is just spot on. I'm not so sure where he's going plot-wise, but I'm not going to judge that until all of its... I'm not going to judge a game's story until the whole game is released, because it's not fair to judge it on just the little kernels that have been released so far. Have you seen Bendy and the Ink Machine?
I don't even know what that is.
It's an indie game. Excuse me. It's being released out in small chapters. You are a retired animator who is invited back to the old animation studio by your boss. And you turn on this quote-unquote ink machine that was supposed to help make animating process super easy. And then you get attacked by the living character that you guys drew.
Oh,
So like
that's frightening.
evil Mickey. But the art style is super cool.
Hi, Brenda. Brenda's one of my favorite people online. She's hilarious. She's one of my, that Talamasca group that's secret, but I'm not supposed to talk about it.
You've got a...
Oh, hey, Celeste. I have to say that slow because otherwise I will say your old name.
So see? Yelling at me.
Okay, well,
Her daughter wants a
Dargan.
dragon.
Dargan? I can draw a Dargan. I can draw a Trogdor.
Trogdor the Burninator!
Consummate beast, consummate.
Concept reminds you of Billy the Bat. I remember that was one of the things you drew for Inktober. That was pretty sweet.
Dargan. Does she want an Eastern style Dargan or a Western style Dargan?
Turn around, bright eyes.
Every now and then I fall apart.
I'm so happy all you people came out to hang out with us tonight when you could have been out partying.
Our friends? Please. Something's not in the spot it's supposed to be.
No, it's put your deer then. Put your deer and we'll call that a night.
Eastern style Dargan. Did you wear your Edgar Allan Poe again this year, Celeste? Because that costume was just freaking amazing. And
No, she and her husband did something different. Like, I think they did a couple's.
couple's costume.
And it was real funny.
We draw an S shape and a more S shape. I don't remember what he says.
Oh my gosh, you're showing our age.
I don't care. I don't know how to use your phone.
It's not that hard. What are you trying to do?
Look for Trogdor song or drawing. Yeah. I just want to listen to it because I think it's funny. She did dress as Edgar Allan Poe and her husband was the Raven.
That's what it was. Wasn't he like Sexy Raven?
First step to draw Trogdor. To begin, draw an S for snake or dragon, whatever. I did it backwards, S.
This is the earth, and you're like, dang, what a pretty sweet earth. Wrong.
I think after I draw this Dargan, this is the last drawing I'm going to draw for tonight before I kick out of here.
Was there another request?
Just a dragon.
Well, anybody over on the YouTube chat got a request? We got time for one more before we call it a night. Homestar Runner made a comeback. Yeah, they did. It's the nostalgia swing. Is it every 20 years, whatever was popular then makes a comeback?
I'd say that was true. Like all the 80s stuff you see, well, the 80s is probably like 30 years ago, but instead
Yeah,
of 20.
yeah.
But
Gotta love Homestar. Homestar was okay. I liked Foamy.
I did not ever watch Foamy. I know a lot of people did, though.
I watched quite a bit of Foamy. I think for whatever reason Homestar had a hard time loading up on my computer. I have to remember how to draw humans.
Humes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I heard recently that they're bringing back vanilla World of Warcraft. Like, people used to have to make, I guess, private servers to play it, and now it's a thing that you can just...
Oh, the initial?
Yeah, the start. Because, you know, they keep releasing all these things. Newer, bigger, better deal. But some people are nostalgic for
Just
old World of Warcraft, and it's kind of getting people interested to want to play again. And I'm trying not to look at that stuff because
yeah.
because I thought I was free of Warcrack for a while, and I keep seeing this stuff, and I'm like, oh, buddy, Scarlet Monastery,
Oh man.
Zul'Gurub, and Stratholme, and hi, Heather Robinson.
Hi, Heather.
She is one of my cosplay friends.
Mm.
And I think she's one of the most beautiful people on my friends list. Sometimes when I see her in person, I'm too shy to say hi. She actually won one of the contests at the Renaissance Festival with her sisters. They were dressed as, I think it's their last name clan or something or other. But they look like three Meridas running around.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, like bright orange curls and kilts. And it was amazing. And that was their first time at the KC Renaissance Festival. And they,
Hey, that's a good way to start.
yeah. Like subconsciously making this into Maleficent. Need to change a little bit of stuff.
Wish Billy the Bat was here in manga, or here in America. It's an interesting concept for a manga rather sure. So what's the synopsis of Billy the Bat? I know you've talked about it before, but
If your daughter likes dragons, Celeste, there's an old cartoon made by the same company who did The Last Unicorn. And the cartoon is called Flight of Dragons. And it's one of my favorite childhood cartoons that I watched. So if she really likes dragons, that's one that she could check out.
yeah, now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. Wait, sorry, wrong story. Billy the Bat is about this Fleischer cartoon that acts as a god that can give knowledge to those who can draw him. Okay. So people. So that's how he gets people to draw him. Like, it's an interesting concept. I'm trying to figure out, like, how they would make a story with that. The story shows Billy Bat meeting real life people.
Billy the Bat, like an animal bat.
Mm-hmm. He was a Fleischer-like cartoon that I guess he would convince people to draw him by giving them information in exchange. He acts as a god that can give knowledge to those who can draw him. But if you read Billy the Bat, it gets more and more surreal. The story shows Billy meeting real life people. Yeah, that might be why it's not that big in America.
What do you mean?
It was a manga, but it was never introduced to the States. And some of the individuals they met, I guess he also like met Jesus.
Jeez.
Yeah, some Americans are kind of
A little
sensitive.
sensitive.
Sensitive to Jesus. Is that right? Doesn't look right.
How do folds work?
I'm making him all twisty, tangly, not just going one way.
Svetlana! Yay!
All these photographer people are watching me tonight.
Hello.
She took my photos when I was wearing that huge Marie Antoinette.
Oh, yeah.
And I liked her photos the most because I've noticed a lot of female photographers, when they do some of the post editing, she does like a more softer edit,
Mhm.
whereas some of the male photographers will do more hard edit, and I don't always like the hard edit because it's not very feminine. With some of the stuff I'm wearing looks better with like a feminine,
Just
more
as
post
yeah.
edit, softer, light. Not that I don't like what they do, but for what I'm wearing, sometimes
It
that edit
benefits.
doesn't really add to it.
Well, hello. I've heard of Monster, if it's the graphic novel you guys are referring to. I have a copy of Monster I need to read.
For those of you that are tuning in later, I'm here with Beth. We're streaming. There is a YouTube link in the comments if you want to scroll and see us both drawing at the same time. Right now, we're both doing requests from people.
Oh, I didn't have a request. I'm just sketching.
She's just drawing, but I have a request from Celeste's daughter to draw an Eastern style dragon. Ooh, my throat's starting to get bleh.
Yeah, when you talk for a while, after a while, you're just like,
That and with allergies.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Lovely fall weather.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna draw something I've been wanting to. Oh, so probably not. Well, maybe.
Not what?
Oh, they were talking about Monster. Thomas was talking about Monster, and I was thinking it might have been that graphic novel. One graphic novel, but I think it was drawn by a young lady. He was talking about the individual had worked on Astro Boy, so I don't think it's the same.
Oh. Otoma?
Otomi? Yeah, I think that's it.
They used in the Iron Giant cartoon, the bad robot Atomo is named after the guy who created Astro Boy, I believe.
Oh.
I love Iron Giant, by the way. It's like awesome movie.
It was definitely a film that did not get the love it deserved.
It's also one of the few movies that I cry. I know what's
about
happening.
to say one of the I was having this discussion with one of my coworkers just the other day. He's like, it doesn't matter how many times I've seen it, I always cry.
I do too. I'm like, I know it's coming, and I can't look at the screen, but I can hear him say Superman, and I'm just like, oh my god! He's the best Iron Giant ever. I want a robot just like him. You can tell it's getting kind of late. We're all super quiet.
I'm doing some font work over here. Font work requires all attention.
kind of want to draw feet, hands and little feetsies.
By golly, make it happen. By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
You know what this drawing makes me think of?
Not Howl's Moving Castle. Spirited Away.
I guess it could remind me of that too, but it actually kind of reminds me of a game that I haven't played in a really long time that I was obsessed with for many years. Shadow of the Colossus,
I remember that one.
and now it makes me want to play it again.
Didn't it get some? No, Ico. Not Ico. Last Guardian.
Last Guardian took forever to be finished. I think they finished it
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah, it's out now.
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, that surprised me.
I call it Ico too, but I think people call it Eco.
I think I started calling it Ico because I heard you call it Ico.
Yeah, because I don't really know what it's called, but I've played that and Shadow of Colossus. They're a trilogy of games.
Hey, Siri. No, Thomas, I do not think you are bad at writing.
These hands and stuff are probably not right, but
Doesn't matter.
yeah. I'm not changing it, sorry.
Actually, I think how I would have preferred it to look was...
I had another friend who said he was streaming tonight, and he's been doing a lot of video editing and stuff lately, and I should be seeing him tomorrow we're just gonna go out and take some like fall type gothic themed photos, because I've got big dresses and he likes to take photos, and I was like, hey, you want to take some photos? Like, I'd like to find a place with just some really big leaves that I don't know what kind of tree would have, like, you know, giant type fall leaves everywhere.
Yeah, we're just now starting to get that kind of color.
Mm-hmm. I'll lift this up so you can see it. And usually at this point I'll get people asking me for like tattoo requests, and I've only done one tattoo drawing for one person. Well, I'll take that back. I used to try to draw some for people, but then they wouldn't use it for anything, so it seems a little bit like a waste trying to draw tattoo type stuff for people who don't even use it for what they wanted it to be. So, if you ask me for tattoo art, I'm going to say no. There's a lovely artist next to me, though, that might do it for you, if she feels like it.
It's like, what, somebody's asking for tattoo art?
Well, usually when I start drawing, like, things like this, like dragons, and, like, your typical, like, you know, subjects for tattoos, they're like, hey, you draw me a tattoo? And I'll be like, well, you know, what do you want? And then I'll give them, like, a quote. And then they're like,
They wanted it for free.
Money? You want money for that?
What? Why should I pay you for your time? You're right. Why should you pay me for my time? Don't you enjoy drawing? You're right. I do enjoy drawing. I like enjoying drawing what I want to draw. I'm very fortunate. I've not run into that issue too much.
Here's a request earlier for some of you people that are tuning in. Somebody asked me to draw a character from Stranger Things, and my favorite character is 11, so I drew 11 as best as I could. And then this was what I drew at the beginning of the stream. I don't know what it is. It kind of looked like Taylor Swift, but now it's like something else, some stylized anime person.
Thomas, I don't think you're bad at writing. I think you are just trying to get your thoughts down very quickly. And sometimes it is more important to get the idea or get the thought down than it is to, wordsmith it. Because that's what editing is for. Oh, and I don't know if your guys wants to see what I was doing aside from tech duty.
I drew a kitty.
And then I drew some faces. And now I'm drawing that.
Draw some fonts.
I was trying to reimagine the cover for Something Wicked This Way Comes. I listened to that audiobook a couple weeks ago. And I had an interesting idea for a book cover for it.
Well, you guys that are on the Facebook Live, if you want to scroll in the comments and find the YouTube video of us both drawing, you could probably watch Beth for a little bit longer, but I'm going to go ahead and shut down Facebook Live. Thank you everybody for coming and watching. It was really fun hanging out with so many of you and seeing so many of you who would
Come support you. That's always good to
support
see.
me. And like some of these people, they don't really talk to me, but I see their stuff, and then they come into my live video, and I'm all
Senpai
geeking out.
noticed
Like,
you.
it's so amazing. I feel like I won $1 million.
It's good to know your community is strong.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and that you have a good night. And I'm gonna go ahead and close this down for Facebook Live. Again, if you look in the comments, you can find a link for the YouTube and see Beth finishing up for the night. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Bye, YouTube. Wait, Facebook?
Facebook.
Whatever. Alright, YouTube. It's all you guys. It's all you now. So we just finished working on a character sheet for Oliver O'Connor, his old rat folk rogue, now hunter. What's a rat folk? No, wait, okay. Rogue, now hunter. Okay, I was like, what's a rat folk rogue? No, rat folk would be species, I believe. The character that I've been working on begins to haunt me. I have actually had a couple characters that just want GTFO. One of them is a giant bear and a teddy bear, or a giant teddy bear in a tutu.
What? You drawing teddy bears? No way.
I know, right?
Especially with tutus.
Tutus? What? That
Obnoxious
sounds...
now.
What? Spending all night working on adding teeny tiny tutus to teeny tiny teddy bears
Yeah,
for somebody
just-
else's
just to
portfolio
give-
show just because you're just because you're a good friend? What?
Just to give them away.
Oh god, yeah, and I didn't get a job for it either. That was frustrating. We won't talk about that.
But we just did.
you.
You brought it up.
Thank you, Suki. Character that begins to haunt me. Do you have any characters like that just kind of haunt you?
What?
Define haunt.
Define haunt.
Because there's like, you know, they're the focus of your attention, and then there's like you dream about them. Because well, that's how I created Canon. He was in a dream. I'm trying to think, like, I don't think I've ever had any characters that just kind of haunted.
I mean, I used to draw like this weird cartoon rabbit with human teeth that looked kind of like those Raymond rabbits.
Oh, the rabid rabbits.
Yeah, it kind of looked like those rabbits, and I would draw them all over the place when I was at work, and people thought I was insane. I'm like, I don't know, I think they're funny looking, like rabbits with human teeth.
Yeah, that's funny looking. This is good humor. Slightly terrifying, but good humor. I was about to say, I don't think I saw those.
You didn't work with me at that job. I would draw them all the time.
Because I was trying to recall what you drew a lot in college. It was a lot of the Sukis, the dogs.
A lot of women with big boobs. I drew those in college.
Well, that was the only way to get one of our professors to pass you.
Which professor was that?
You know what I'm saying? You know exactly who I was talking about the second I said that.
The one that was offering free internships so that, you know, to help us pave our way to becoming famous artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what
Know what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying? I don't think he ever liked me. This was more, I think, what I wanted this to look like. I wanted it on his back.
This is not a request, right? You're just drawing.
Yeah. I thought it would be a fun project for NaNoWriMo. Once a week I could redesign a book cover.
Looking at this live video, you know, I closed it out,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a lot more people that tuned in that I didn't see. I guess my internet's just slow.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I don't know.
It says 91 views, and there was quite a few people that watched it that I didn't say hello to, and I'm sorry.
So some of them might have just been like on silent or not silent, but like hidden. Does that make sense?
No,
Or like if they had privacy on and they didn't want it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, I don't know. I know that's a thing in like I think on Twitch maybe.
I'm lurking in your video. Okay, if somebody lurks like that, do you think they still get paid for that view?
Oh, on YouTube? I would imagine so.
Yeah, or Twitch.
Well, I don't think you get. Oh yeah, because Twitch does do commercials, doesn't it?
I think so.
Because I know you can. I think you do still get commercials. The only way you wouldn't get a commercial, I think, is if you do it like a paid. If you have like a paid Twitch account, or if you have Amazon Prime, you can get Twitch Prime, and that you don't have to worry about commercials. Twitch Prime is free.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of your Amazon benefits. Excuse me. But you do, I think, like, you get some cash for it. And like with YouTube Red, you pay a subscription for YouTube Red, and I think like the people you view might get a small cut or a small portion of that. I don't quite truly know. I'll have to look it up.
Well, I just saw the time, and if you want to keep drawing, I'll let you draw, but it's going
What
to take
time
me
is
a
it?
while to get home.
Oh, yeah, you go home. I need to take another. My Tylenol 3 is wearing off, and I'm I'm getting sore.
So I guess we're gonna wrap this up and tell everybody goodbye for the night. This was something fun. I thought I'd come over and do his best. I actually wanted to do it one time without her knowing and just come over while she was streaming and just be like, surprise! Except I live like almost an hour away.
Yeah.
So I'd have to like time that right.
And then we'd spend another hour having to set up the thing. But yeah, no, thanks for coming by.
Yep.
We'll have to do this again. Then hopefully next time setup won't be so weird. We can bring another camera.
Yeah.
Well, all right, UbiTubes, my Ubers. Let me catch up on the chat, and then we'll call it a night. Thomas, I think your writing is fine. Sometimes, because there's writing and then there's going back and editing. And a lot of people seem to think that they're the same, but they are two completely different beasts. Because usually when I write, like, I get my thoughts down, because that's what's most important, and then I will go back and I will wordsmith or edit.
Well, they tell you to do that anyway, just to have the material there first.
Yeah.
So you can work with it.
Because you can sit there and wordsmith a sentence until it's perfect, but then you might, in that time frame, lose the point that you were trying to make. Like, forget the point you were trying to make. So it's always good, get that idea down, and then go back and edit. Series prompt for Cirque du Cry is out now. I'm a little lost what to do with it. I know what the prompt is, though, at least. So what's the prompt? And bye, May! I'm going to let Suki answer the question real quick, and then I'll... Not Suki. I'm so sorry. Sorry, answer the question. I'm trying to remember what backs look like. Don't be afraid to erase. Sometimes you just gotta erase. The new prompt is character in one of the reincarnations from the past, future. That'll be interesting. I think it would be kind of cool to do like a light show, because your character's a gymnast, so like light show, instead of a physical ring, they have a laser light ring. May's doing a color scheme. That's good. Plan out the color scheme, because sometimes like that'll actually help affect the final composition. Well, okay, gang. I am for realsies calling it a night. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. It was good times. I had good times. Oh, so Roby would technically be someone from else this entire prompt. This was more, however, all characters have no mind. Oh, okay. It's a lot deeper. Well, sir, feel free to shoot me a message on DA. Because that's really interesting. But gang, remember to stay safe, stay smart, and stay fabulous. Night. Bum says beep.